Hi, this is Mark Mosher with Modulate This, and in a recent post I reviewed the Chauvet SlimPar 56 LED light along with the Obey 3 light controller. And I've had a few requests on Twitter to shoot more video and show you what this light is like in action. So first off, look at the form factor. It's very thin and it has a Y yoke, so you can not only mount it on a lighting tree, but you can also use it on the floor, and there's enough clearance in the yoke so that you can plug cables in the back without them bumping into the table. Also, instead of using dip switches for its built-in programs, it has a digital system where you use a menu and you select up, down, and press enter. It does have a mic built in and a sensitivity knob, so you could use it standalone to sync chases to audio coming from your rig. But if you hook it into an Obey 3, the Obey 3 has the mic on it, and that's what detects the audio if you want to sync chases. The light works with both 7 and 3 channel DMX controllers. So I'll go ahead and set it up so it points at my rig and run you through some of the programs using the Obey 3 paired with the SlimPar 56. Okay, I've got the light set up. It's about 8.5 feet away from my rig, and this light controller, the Obey 3, is sitting on my DJ table, and I'm going to show you the other angle from the front in a second. Controller is really simple. It's not meant to be a MIDI controller, it's meant to be immediate hands-on. So they have a couple different modes. One is preset mode, and in preset mode they just have preset colors. You have red, orange, yellow, etc., including white. So the light has 108 LEDs, 36 red, 36 green, and 36 blue. And if I switch through, you'll see the different LEDs. Hang on, it's green, here's blue. And when they're all on, it's white. I also want to point out that the light isn't aimed right on the controller. It's about 3 feet above it, so you're catching the edge of the light here. You'll see more of the pattern in a minute. I just wanted to run you through some of the controls with my hands on the controller. So this is a fade knob. If I take the fade down just a little bit, and now I change colors, instead of being a discrete color change, it slowly fades through the different colors. So that's preset mode. If you switch to what's called macro mode, I'll take the fade off. When you move the slider, it actually rotates through those same colors, but you're controlling it via fader, and all the way down is off. So as you see, the camera's out of focus a little bit. As I move up, it starts moving through all the different colors. So that's pretty handy. If you take the fade down just a little bit, it'll slowly fade through these different colors as you move the slider. And of course, the longer the fade time, the longer it takes to transition. I'll turn it all the way back up and put it on green. So it also has a strobe feature, and it'll strobe in any color. So let's switch back to a preset. I'll go to red. If I hit strobe, you'll see it's strobing in red. Now I'm strobing in blue. And the strobe's a little funky. In order to turn it off, you have to take the rate down and press strobe and turn it up again. So the strobe does go at different rates. It uses the fade knob. Okay, blackout. Blackout obviously turns the light on and off, and if you turn the fade down just a little bit, when you black out, it'll slowly fade in and out. Chase mode goes through different colors, and the slider on the left decides which pattern it's going to run. So the patterns are pre-programmed. Here's green and blue. If I slide this slider up just a little bit, you'll see it changes to it's like red, aqua, etc. So you can experiment with this slider to get different chase colors. And sorry, the camera's going out of focus, but that's okay. You can still see the colors. If you pull the center knob down a little bit, it slows the chase down, but it also drops the fade time, so you'll see that it starts fading from color to color. And one of the interesting things is you can also strobe and chase at the same time. So I turn strobe on, and you'll see when the light would have come on, it actually strobes the color, fades out, and strobes the next color. Okay, so we're back to white. Sound, as I mentioned, the microphone is actually on the Obey 3, and I'll just go ahead and tap on it to do the chase rather than running music. So I'm going to put it back in chase mode. Sound mode is on, and every time I tap the box, it's chasing. And again, if you turn this center fade knob down a little, it'll transition more slowly between the different colors. And there's a sensitivity knob on the right, so if you're gigging, you can adjust that so that the sensitivity will track better to the beat. Okay, as I mentioned, the light is about 8.5 feet away, about 6 feet high, a little over 6 feet. And when I looked at the viewfinder in the camera, it makes it look like the light's a spotlight about that big, but in reality it has diffusion out at least this wide, and it is fairly close, so as you move it back you get a much wider spread of light. It would look a lot less like a spotlight. So my goal with this, of course, was to offer some ambient lighting to light up some of these controllers and not drown out my other controllers. So I have it aimed about this high, and I'll just run through some of the colors. This is full on from that distance. So there is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white. Let's go back to green. I'll go ahead and put it on a chase so you can see it chasing through its different scenes. I'll turn sound off so it just goes full on chase. And I'll turn the fade down just a little bit so it goes from color to color more slowly. And here's some strobing. So you can see if I put my hands on my controller, you can see my hands. I could probably aim the light a little lower. Here's my theremin back here. There's a Tenorion right here. I'll start up some cube action. So you can see the lights are all going off. This light's going off. And you can still see all the different controllers. That light's full on green. There we go, full on blue.